What is up, YouTube? That's here, and today I'm super excited to be bringing you guys a Turbo Blaze Choice Scarf Kyurem Light Hail team packed with a Power Beam, Snow Warning, Meteor Beam Aurorus. Man, Aurorus is a Pokemon that does not see that much play, but holy moly, this thing can just nuke Incineroars and all of the other Pokemon that have those big rock weaknesses. I've been waiting to bust out this team for a while. I've actually been testing it in various best of 3 scenarios with my Patreons. I think it's actually a really cool team. It has a Choice Scarf Kyurem White to be able to revenge KO / apply a ton of early game pressure. Aurorus actually deals a lot more damage than people think while also bringing that big weather to the table. Heatran is a Flame Body Heatran to switch in on Fake Outs, Grassy Glides, Behemoth Blades, Surging Strikes, all those things. And it's actually a really cool bulky vested set. We've got a standard Rocky Helmet Zapdos, even better at switching in on those exact same moves. We have a standard Rillaboom set, and last but not least, we have a Walkenberry Suicune to give us a little bit of speed control while also having a good matchup versus Regieleki. I would actually say, try this team out. This is a rental team. I found it on Twitter. I don't actually remember who made it, but maybe I'll try and go back and find it. But I'm actually having a lot of fun playing with this team. I think it's very anti-meta, and I do think it has all the tools. It has speed control, it has fake out, it has terrain, it has weather. It doesn't have any redirection, but it doesn't really need it. It actually just rewards really good patient play, and it's a ton of fun to use. I want to direct you guys to the question of the day, though, and that is, what is your favorite band? And what sort of genres of music do you listen to? I've been doing a lot more stuff music related recently, a lot of guitars back there. I'm working on making a new album for myself, and I want to hear your musical inspirations. You guys can also check out links to my music. That's going to be in the description of this video if you guys want to hear the type of stuff that I play. So, yeah, let me know the answer to the question of the day, and let's just hop right into these games. Here we go. Alright, so our very first game looks like it's going up against Doggo Zygarde. I wonder if they know the tech. I wonder if they're sashed. There's also a Naganadel. That's a super cool squad. Very unique. I think I'm going to be busting out the... I think I'm actually just going to lead Kyurem Aurorus, because if they were to lead, with Charizard or Cloyster, I could just pop it in the mouth with a Meteor Beam. I think this is the swag lead to go with. I kind of want to bring Heatran, but I'm very worried about that Zygarde popping up, so I think I'm going to bring a Rillaboom instead. And, man, I think the last mon should probably be Zapped. It's either Zapdos or Suicune, right? I think I'll go with the Suicune this time. It just has a decent matchup against most of those, and it does have Walkenberry just to deal with the Electivire if the Electivire does decide to pop off. Man, that's a super cool team. I wonder if they're all going to be shiny. Little known fact, shiny Electivire is one of my favorite shinies. I think it just looks really cool. And just get right into it. We're on our second account today. If you can't tell, we're on THATSAplusONE today. I didn't even remember that was the name. I thought it was just THATSAplusONE. But you know what? Let's see what we can get here. And we are on the ranked ladder. So shiny Naganadel and Urshifu Water. That's going to be annoying. Urshifu Water going to be a little bit annoying. But I do think... Wow, something just fell out there. I don't know if you guys heard that. Something just fell in my living room now. Probably one of my cats. Anyways. Snow Warning. About to be popping it off. I think we're probably going to be switching out the Aurorus for Rillaboom, blocking those Surging Strikes, and then being able to, repin it with a Grassy Glide. So, right off the bat, this is a Choice Scarf Kyurem White. So, we should be outspeeding that Naganadel. Hopefully, Freeze Dry's enough to take it. I kind of want to just go for, a Freeze Dry into the Urshifu, pick up that KO, soak the damage from the Naganadel, and use a Meteor Beam, but I think we'll just switch it out for now. Rillaboom's such a good switch in right here, and we should be in a great spot. So let's see it. Who's eating the damage? Who's eating the deeps? I wonder if it's going to be Scarf Naganadel right back at me. And if we do see the Sash on the Naganadel, that means that it's not Sash Doggo back there. I know I always call it Zygarde. I always call the Zygarde Doggo, but it's the Doggo form. And I think the Sash set is probably the best way to actually make it work. So the Big Blizzard, the Choice Scarf, making plays. Yo, Naganadel, it is going to be the Sash Naganadel, right? Is that Sash? Yeah, it is Sash. Cool. I'm happy to see no Sash Doggo. They will actually take out from Hail before they take the damage, and they pop an Outrage. Yo, into the Rilla slot. Look at me with the masterful switch in. Surging Strike's probably also going to that slot. I don't think they'll be able to KO the Rilla here. Yeah, definitely not. Rilla Dummy Thick. One of the best Pokemon. Actually, little known fact, Rillaboom is actually the #1 most used Pokemon in Sword and Shield for doubles battles. It actually overtook Incineroar. So that's something that not a lot of people actually think about or pay a lot of attention to. But yeah, Rillaboom is now the most popular Pokemon, and it makes sense. It has that fake out. The Grassy Train is super valuable, not only for Rillaboom, but for its teammates and it can pin things like Kyogre. It's great switching on Regieleki, so it's a really, really good Pokemon. And let's see, are you sending out Doggo? Is Doggo going to be Choice Scarfed? Like, how are you going to deal with the almighty power of my Kyurem right now? I got the Grassy Glide to pin your Urshi Water, maybe like Electivire? Like, what is it? It is the Doggo, big shiny Doggo. We see it right here. And I think that this Pokemon's actually not bad. I think it has like a 115 base speed, maybe even 120. It's not a terrible Pokemon, but it just has absolutely no chance when we're using Choice Scarf and priority moves. I mean, this is how VGC used to be played back in the day. You know, slap a Choice Scarf on your best Pokemon and just let the good times roll. So Grassy Glide super effective in that Urshifu slot. More known fact, more known facts today. Holy moly, so many facts. So I went to a convention last week, and basically I saw like a bunch of people in different costumes and things like that, and I saw someone that had like an Urshifu costume. And it was made to look, it wasn't like someone wearing like a bunch of paint or anything, but it was like made out of cardboard, and it was really, really well made. I should have took a picture of it, but it was super cool looking. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. They were Urshifu Dark though, they weren't Urshifu Water. And I think Urshifu Dark would be easier to do since it's pointier and it was made out of cardboard. But anyways, we see Charizard as the last Mon standing. I think we're just going to go for that big single target Blizzard. And I know that it's fourth, but I'm going to go for the Grassy Glide just because I want to do that 10 to 15% that this probably will do. Remember, we are in Grassy Terrain. We do have the Miracle Seeds. And Kyurem White, you know, we should be able to get the KO. Charizard is at a decent base specialty, but like that like 5 to 7.5% is probably going to be enough to at least put it within range to take out from Hail. Okay, or we just get the KO. But you know what? We do be taking those undefeated. Kyurem White. I didn't get to use Aurorus. We'll try and use Aurorus next game. There's a little bit too big of a pin on it than that first turn with that Urshifu, but you know what? There's always next. Is that a full apple? Is that another Zygarde? Yo, why are there so many Zygardes? We just beat Doggo Zygarde. I mean, we had to watch out for Wide Guard on the THATSapex, but I think we're in a great spot. I actually don't have a problem just leading Kyurem into this. I think Kyurem is a pretty decent lead. I'm actually really liking Rilla here. We can take away terrains from that Koko by underspeeding, and then we have Fake Out Pressure against Cinderace. And I like the fact that, like, I like what Fake Out Pressure would give me. I kind of want to lead Aurora Suicune, actually. Because we can protect to bait for a turn, see what types people have, and then, like, just go for a Tailwind. So, like, I like something like this, too. Remember, we also have the Walk and Berry. So, like, he can't just, like, one-shot us. So, I like this lead. We get to bring our Kyurem in the back. Heatran's a little bit of a weird play against Zapdos. Sorry, not against Zygarde. But I think the Earth Power here is going to be really, really nice. Earth Power hits Koko. It hits Toxapex. It hits Alekia, it hits Cinderace, so I'm actually liking the Heatran here. Zapdos would be decent, but I don't think we really need it, and I don't think we need Rillaboom either. Gonna go big Suicune this time. Seen a lot more people use Suicune lately. Very, very underrated Pokemon in this format. I've been saying it for a while, though. There's, like, the Prankster Tailwind setters like Whimsicott and Tornadus, and then there's that, like, second little set of Tailwind setters. We have, like, the Mons that have, like, Inner Focus and Tailwind, so, like, Suicune and Crobat, where they're totally usable. They're just, you know, you have to build your team a little bit more around them, but they can add some, like, major advantages. So we see double ground weakness lead. Okay, that's totally fine. Aurora, since we can, I can freeze dry the heck out of that Toxapex, and I think I kind of want to. I could also just go for, like, a Meteor Beam this turn into the Koko to give myself a +1, so then next turn I can KO the Toxapex. I kind of like that play a little bit better. If anything, like, what's Toxapex gonna use? It's gonna Toxic or something, right? It might Wide Guard to stop a Blizzard here. But I think I'm going to be in an okay spot. Like, I think I'm going to Meteor Beam the Koko because it would actually be more damage to Meteor Beam here thanks to, like, the boost. So right now it's like a 120 stab, so it's going to be 60 on top of that. So it's 180, which is the exact same base power as this. But Meteor Beam also gives me a +1, and that's going to help me throughout the rest of the game. So I'm going to go for the Meteor Beam in there. Hopefully we don't miss. And I'm going to go for the Tailwind. I think I can get away with this because Aurora's outspeeds the Toxapex, and Suicune would have to take an attack from the Koko anyway. So I'm going to try and steal a Tailwind here. I want to see if we can get Light Screen Koko. Yo, this person knows what's up. Screens Koko so good. That's a really, really good play. So Tailwind going up here. And the Tailwind isn't really to make it so we outspeed Koko. It's make it so we outspeed the rest of their mons. I still really, really need to hit with this. Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam Auroras is so freaking cool, but if you ever miss the Meteor Beam, imagine if you could, like, miss Geomancy. That's like basically what happens because you need to get that one shot. There we go. It's not going to one-shot because of the screen, but it's going to definitely put it within range for, like, an attack next turn. Or just kidding, because of the hail, it will one-shot. Toxic Spikes! Yo, I'm not switching, bro. I'm not switching. I got the board that I need to succeed. And you see Suicune outspeeds Koko. It looks like the Suicune is EV trained to be able to outspeed those faster Pokemon. Really, really good that we actually got the KO there. It speeds the game up quite a bit. There's no more, like, bobbing and weaving and protects or volt switches or anything that can happen. Like, we get to just really, really take the game at our own pace and, you know, put our Tailwind turns to good use. So let's see, Coco down, and that's probably one of the harder Pokemon to deal with. You can't bring out your Zygarde here. You cannot bring out your Zygarde here. Let's see it. I mean, this Aurorus, like, I know there's a light screen up, but, like, we're angry right now. Zygarde, there it is. I will freeze dry you into next week, bro. Let's go. Freeze dry 4 times, super effective, stab at +1. And, you know what, we're going to give it a helping hand. Yo, you know, Suicune, you know, they always say, you got a friend in me. Yo, I'll give you a helping hand. So this is going to be basically like a humongous multiplier right now. Freeze dry, freeze these. Let's go. Yeah, it doesn't stand a ghost of a chance right there. Not in my house. Nice try with that light screen. There's a second Toxic Box. I'm not going to switch. I have the board. I have the control. I have 2 super cool Pokemon. You know, I wish more people used Aurorus. I know in this format, it might seem kind of hard to use it. You know, there's a lot of Rillabooms. There's a lot of steel attacks. There's a lot of things that, you know, people might not want to use Aurorus for, but holy moly, like, Aurorus can come in, it can really pin things like Incineroar. If you can get that +1 and get yourself in a good position, like, you're going to do fine. You're going to do great. Speaking about doing great, I'm going to just go after the Cinderace. I think, so my plan is that Scald, first of all, will outspeed because we outspeed Coco. I think Aurorus has enough speed to outspeed a Cinderace. But if it doesn't, you know, I think we're going to be fine. And if this Scald just gets a KO like crit or something like that, because it would have to crit to go through the, light screen. Looks like it doesn't. Let's see, Aurorus, do you outspeed? Yo, Aurorus, big busted. Big busted Aurorus. You absolutely love to see it. It would have been redirected into the Toxic Specs for super effective damage there too. Yo, recover, why would I ever waste my time? Why would I waste my time? And now I can, you know, speaking about wasting time, I can go for those big freeze dries. You're running out of turns on your screen. I didn't even need a restricted. Yo, I've been telling you guys this whole time that Zygarde, you are literally better off running a Garchomp in your team just because it allows you the ability to, like, use an actual restricted. Freeze Dry, remember, is super effective against water types. It's one of the few moves in the game that's super effective against, like, other stuff like that. So, remember, there is still a light screen up, but we're going to go for some big damage here. And the battle was canceled. Yo, we taking these all the way to the bank. What is up with the ladder today? This is kind of weird, but we do be taking these. So that's awesome. Okay, this guy took my advice. I don't even know what's going on here. This guy doesn't have a restricted, but he's using Garchomp instead of Zygarde. So literally, that's an upgrade. Yo, Durant is kind of weird to see. I wonder how much damage would do to Durant with, like, Kyurem White. I'm about to find out. Kyurem White also has the ability that goes through Mimikyu's disguise. So, like, I think I'm going to put that to good use. I think Kyurem is going to be great here. I respect Corviknight, so we will be bringing Heatran. I don't know if I need to lead with it, because, like, I don't want to lead with it in case they lead Garchomp, which they definitely should be. Garchomp's kind of big busted, kind of a big deal. I think I'm going to go Zapdos, because Zapdos can check Corviknight as well. We're definitely bringing the big Aurorus. Actually, I'm going to lead with Aurorus, and I'm going to bring Heatran and Zapdos in the back. Let's go. Let's go. Kyurem Aurorus. You know what I want. You know I'm going to go for that big Blizzard. And remember, guys, this is a rental code. I really wish this Aurorus still had Blizzard. I wish that it did. I know that we use the Earth Power on the last one, and Earth Power is, like, really good on it. I still wish I had Blizzard so I could drop the double Blizzard. But it's okay. We're going to be fine. We're going to go Blizzard, and we're going to Meteor Beam to exert dominance. Let's go. Okay. So, like, the big Blizzard, we will dumpster that Garchomp. And then Meteor Beam will be neutral damage, and we should be able to take out the Durant. Actually, Durant might just kill us. I don't think... hold on. I do need to go Blizzard. I think I just need to go Blizzard Protect. I think that's probably the good play. I wonder if they're going to be tunneling into our Kyurem. That's the thing. I'm going to go Blizzard. Actually, I think Blizzard plus Hail damage is a 2-shot on Durant. So I actually think the right play is probably just to go for, like, doubling. And so Blizzard will kill the Chomp. Meteor Beam will kill the Durant. And then worst case scenario, we trade 1 for 2. And I'm afforded this luxury because they don't have it restricted. I wonder if it's going to be Scarf Chomp. Let's see. Looks like not. Scarf Chomp's faster than Kyurem, so... Yep, dumpster. See, the Blizzard 2-shots that Durant. So even if they do take out my Aurorus, I just finish them off the Blizzard. And if they go after my Kyurem White, well, then they eat a Meteor Beam in the face. Yep. I'm absolutely super de-duper fine sticking this damage here. Trade 1 for 2, and I get a +1 off of it. If I hit my move, Lamau. If I hit my move, Lamau. Survey says Big Aurorus, Special Attack, Boosted Meteor Beam, and yeah, we take it. I swear I've missed like 2 Meteor Beams. It's soul crushing. Shout out to if anyone in chat has ever missed a Meteor Beam, like tell me about it. It's the worst thing ever. They have Corviknight. I think that Zapdos is probably just a little bit better because we can switch in Heatran to like defend against like a lot of the things Aurorus is weak against. So let's go. What do you got, Chief? Corviknight? Yo, we take these. Thunderbolt City over here. And Gengar. See, I still want a Blizzard, right? I still want to bop that big Blizzard. I'll settle for Earth Power. So we're going to go Thunderbolt, Earth Power, EP, baby! Let's see it. Big Zapdos. Unnerve. No berries. No problem. Thunderbolt. It might be Sash Gengar. I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, it'll just take out from Hail. I think Hail is such an underrated mechanic. It breaks sashes. It does good static damage over time. And, you know, we'll see what this guy's working with. Gonna go first. Gengar popping the Icy Wind for speed control. So that Corviknight will be outspeeding my Aurorus. So good job for them. They're also gonna be outspeeding my Zapdos. Big damage on my Zapdos. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage to Zap. So let's see if we can put it to good use. We should still be outspeeding, but I don't think we KO here. Yeah, because Corviknight's a thick guy. It's a pretty thick guy. Steel Wing popping it off. Yo, I can respect it. I can respect Steel Wing in this house. We do have Heatran, though. Heatran's going to be absolutely amazing cleaning this game up. There's that potential sash down on Gengar. And, yeah, we're just going to come in and go for the big Heat Wave. You know, it'd be really funny if, like, we get Curse Bodied on our Heat Wave. And then, like, Corviknight protects this turn, and then we have no moves that can hit the Corviknight. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Heatran, the formerly buff, popping off. This game may look kind of sloppy from my position, but I was like, you know what? There's like not that much my opponent could like really do here. So I don't really see there being a problem. I'm actually gonna go for and 2 Heat Waves because if the Gengar doesn't Icy Wind again, we will just outspeed the Corviknight again and be able to chip the Gengar. So both these moves should connect. Shadow Ball, see that's the right play, and Shadow Ball allows our Zapdos to still function outside of a higher speed tier than on the Corviknight. So there's the Heat Wave. Yo, there's the never lucky miss on the Gengar. But, oh, Heatran's fast. Heatran's faster than Zapdos at -1. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. There's Heatran. Heatran big busted. The big crits. I like bested Heatran. I think it's a good Zern check, and it forces your opponent into playing a very specific way. Like, if they have big ground moves, they have those Urshifu Waters, you know they're going to be bringing them, and you can use that to your advantage. Like, if your opponent's using Urshi Water, you can use this static Zapdos to beat it. Or all of the, you know, various freeze-dry mons on our team. So this is actually a really, really cool rental team. I would definitely say try it out if you haven't yet. And we just don't want to miss here. So, you know what? I'm going to use Dark Pulse because I want to see Heatran use Dark Pulse because I think it's funny. Let's go. Let's fish for something. Icy Wind again. Yo, I respect it. Getting go for the big crits on my Zapdos. Not in my house. Everyone gets those speed drops. But yeah, this Heatran set's pretty speedy too. To be able to outspeed a Zap. I mean, Heatran's a pretty speedy Pokemon. People always think Heatran's slow, but it's pretty big. Yo, big Heatran. You know, I'm sure this is for Cali Shadow. So, and you know, normally you wouldn't run this, but it's on like it's on a vested set, so it makes sense. So that's gonna be it. We fought 2 Zygardes and a Garchomp with a pretty memey Hail team. You guys can definitely check out the rental team though, you know, just where I'm back in the video and check out the rental code for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you've been enjoying the VGC content as of late. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.